right, and we back again with ESQ-Astro sauce. As y'all see, I already have cards laid out. It's Mercury retrograde, and I don't know, my computer just did something real funny that I haven't seen it do. I guess, halfway through building up the pyramid, and I guess the video just froze, and it was only like 2 minutes worth of footage. But I had been going for like maybe almost 10 minutes, so so yeah, so I'm just gonna leave the spread because I don't believe in reshuffling cards, and I believe the message is strong right now. But at the bottom of the deck, we had the Fool in reverse. That's what actually came out as we got to the bottom of the deck. So I'm gonna place that there. Again, the Fool in reverse is something we can't see. So that is you becoming wise in a situation, or again setting off on a new journey that is from a wise position as far as some information or news may be coming in. That's what I was saying when the video was cutting out before, that you may get some information or news that comes in that causes you to take motion. That's definitely having a big change in your world. So the first card came out was the Death card. And again, something's dying, something's being in a place to be reborn, or something's dying to create space for something new to come in. The Magician in reverse was the second card. And again, this is either you reserving your magic or you being put in a place where you need to step in and activate your magic and turn that around. Next out was the Sun card upright, which again, I believe there's some type of divine intervention, because the next card is the Lover's card in reverse, which is some type of choice that either needs to be reversed or needs to be made so that things can move forward. Moving forward, the Justice card in the upright comes out next, which again speaks for itself. The Emperor comes right out after the Justice card. So this is somebody gaining that stability, gaining that leverage that they need to be on solid ground. Again, this is a businessman, so this could be contractual or some type of court situation with justice and death there. Anubis on the Death card, again symbolizing that balance or that judgment with the heart against the feather. After the Emperor, we get the World card upright. Okay. And again, that's symbolizing change. It symbolizes completeness. It could be symbolizing a particular milestone or a particular achievement being met. Okay. Especially with the Star card coming out right after it. Okay. This also could be talking about a golden opportunity that's being taken into hand. And again, with the Devil card coming out upright, we definitely want to see through any illusion that this situation may have created or may be creating in the midst of so much haste that I'm seeing here as the Chariot card comes out at the top of the reading. Definitely talking about some motion. The Fool clarifies the bottom that there's new motion. There may be a new path that takes you in a different direction. There may be something that happens sporadically, a death that actually changes a whole lot of things when it comes to where you're at now, as opposed to where you'll be at in the next 2 to 3 months. So in 90 days, this can really have a big effect on somebody's life. The main thing is that there is motion here. There's a lot of uprightness here, so it's a pretty clear reading. And again, bottom of the deck, what you can't see coming is you being in a wiser position, and again, maybe stepping out on a new path that takes you in a total different direction, but more in the direction that you're actually looking to go in. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and clarify with the Gods of Egypt. I guess this reading will be a little bit shorter since you guys didn't get to see the build up. But man, as the cards were coming out, I was very intrigued by the reading because, again, I'm part of the collective too. So I try to take something from these readings as well. I'm not here as a minister or a preacher trying to get you to see my view. Again, I'm just here to provide the guidance that I can through what I know about the cards. And as I continue to learn, again, I pass that information on because I'm a forever student. I'm only a teacher when those who appear need teaching. Okay. Other than that, I'm always in the student position where I'm always trying to learn more. Even though I may know a lot about something, I could never know all about it. So, and I also like to take in different perspectives. Whether I agree with your perspective or not, I take it in and I use it for what it's worth. And I think that's where we get lost in the sauce sometimes. So, all right, with the Gods of Egypt, we'll go ahead and clarify the reading. And that says, yep, alchemical force. Yeah. Like I say, something of a higher force, of a higher conscious of a higher play as far as like the full thing that's going on. Like um, I always say, we are the players in the play, but uh, what I consider to be God is the ultimate script writer and the one directing the play. Okay, so again, you may know your part, but you don't know other people's parts. So you have to be in a place of understanding that these things all affect each other. And again, the air of mystery is what keeps things in place when it comes to the alchemical force raining down with this sun card, bringing in some true divine intervention for someone. Okay. So I definitely see something auspicious happening. We are getting to the 7-7 portal on Tuesday. So very strong portal because this 7-7 portal, again, 7-7 is 14, but then you add 2026, that 10 on there, and you get the 24. Okay. And that gives you the number of 6. So that's the number of balance. And this is the point in the year where, again, we're in the so-called 7 month, but universally, numerically, when you talk about numerology, we are actually in the 8th month, okay, universally when you do the math. So we're actually in the 8th month of the year, or 8 energetically, okay. So this is kind of a reset. This is where the balance is kind of sought in this particular area. And as we move into Leo season with Jupiter being in Leo, and then some other planets are going to join Jupiter. Mercury will be one of them once it goes direct on July 23rd. It'll take about 2 weeks before it goes into, 2 to 3 weeks before it goes into Leo, and will conjoin Jupiter to cause some goodness there. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the, Anuket card, the Hope card in the upright. So again, this card came out in another reading not too far back. I would say at least about 2, maybe three readings ago. And again, dominant upright reading. This is definitely telling somebody to stick to their guns and again stay the course. And when this information comes in, that'll kind of cause you to go on a new course or put you in a new direction. Again, know that it's the Most High guiding you to where you need to be, okay? Because in some shape, forms, and fashion, with the Magician card in reverse and the Lover's card in the reverse, the only 2 cards in the spread to come out in reverse, and then the bottom of the deck to come out in reverse, I would definitely say there's either a cleaning up of a situation or there's going to be exposure of something that allows you to move forward with a clear mind, okay? And that's the main thing. When you can move forward with a clear mind, we can do things with better conscience. And again, not clog up our energy by dealing with things that, again, may be being done to us in a deceitful way, or in a way where, again, this is just people's nature. Some people are deceitful and they don't even realize that they're being deceitful based upon the nature of how they're used to doing things. So again, a lot of times we get caught up in people's patterns or get caught up in, again, exposing these patterns based upon multiple episodes that we can bring forth as receipts, So, and this looks like that type of situation, but this looks like serious positivity setting you in a whole new direction that, again, you're not even seeing, because there's things that are going on in a death manner that are ultimately coming to an end and not going to exist anymore, which again is, I believe with the Magician coming out in that second position in the reverse, and then the Sun coming out, is definitely saying that your magic is not even needed anymore, because something higher is stepping in. This alchemical force is stepping in to give you better leverage when it comes to what you're trying to achieve. Okay. So ultimately, like I say, everything looks good. What you can't see coming is that your hope is going to be definitely one of those things that'll get you through. Again, things before they get easier, they get super hard. So we have to be in the place to maintain our character in those hard times. Because again, we can't let things outside of us change what's inside of us. And if we know our direction based upon our ori or our purpose, then we can definitely put our steps in the right direction to correct things when they're not, showing us the best results. And if we don't, again, you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. That's what we call being foolish, or just being insane. That's the clinical definition of insanity. So we definitely don't want to be in a place to where we're doing things that are, making us look crazy, or putting us in a place to where, again, we continue to get no results based upon the same input, or even if we're changing up the formula and it's still coming out the same, it may not be the one. So this is definitely a place where I believe some honesty is going to come out to cause some justice. And again, something's definitely coming to light. That's another thing that the Sun card is telling me. Something's coming to light. That's putting you in that place of making a choice, and it may be a choice of reversal of something that you thought was going to be a good choice, and you made the choice, and you've been living through that choice, and again, you've been going through the same thing over and over with no real growth or expansion there. Okay. And in some ways, these things have been blocking you. Okay. So you have to be honest with these things to correct them. And again, it may be that time for a situation to die so that you can birth something new. So I'm going to leave the reading there. I think it's pretty plain and simple. Only 3 reversals through the whole reading, so not a lot to turn around. But, we are in a new week where we got some good energies coming by the end of the week with the new moon. Okay, so that's going to be real interesting. And I just tell everybody to set good intentions on the new moon. And just like you plant a seed in the darkness, plant that in the new moon while we're in the darkness of the moon, and watch that sprout within the next 90 to, I would say, 180 days when we get to the opposite full moon in that same sign. Okay, and I believe that's going to be the new moon in Cancer, and then we'll have the full moon in Cancer in 6 months down the line once we get into Capricorn. So y'all keep that in mind. Keep your ears and eyes peeled. Make a comment if you resonate with the reading. Let me know how I'm doing here with ESQ-Astro. And like, share, subscribe. We want to get our numbers up here so that I can go live and do some other type of content for you guys. But I thank y'all for tuning in. ESQ-Astro, and I'm out. Peace.